Yo, what is poppin', guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown today for the nice Week 3 PMC Orange League battle versus the Winnipeg Blue Blastoise and Coach Point Blank. If you haven't checked my team, I go ahead and do that. I bring some nice hyper offense, hazard stacking into Screens Pyukumuku into SD Baton Pass Gligar into one of my big 3 hitters here, as you see. So if you haven't watched the team, so go ahead and do that. Definitely a very fun builder, and hopefully it works out here. My opponent has kind of a scary team, but he doesn't have hazard control. Like, he has Blasters and Amaldo on his squad, but he didn't bring it. So Spikes and Tox Spikes on Gaudo are looking clean in this match, not gonna lie. He brings Gourgeist, Mamoswine, Pangoro, Shaman, Raikou, and Registeel. I expect that to be a defensive Shaman in order to potentially beat my Lopunny. Maybe Bandit or AV or Expert Belt, Pangoro, I don't know, maybe even Scarf, but I don't think so. Probably Specs Raikou with some defensive Registeel set. Defensive Gourgeist probably as a backup check to stuff like Lopunny, because Shaman can't handle Crobats plus Lopunny plus Mimikyu all on its own. And what I think would be either a Z Mamoswine or a Scarf Mamo. I think Scarf Mamo has some merit with my team because it revenges Lopunny all the time and potentially baits me into attacking it, because I see Mamoswine can just kill it with the high jump kick and then get outspeed by a Scarf variants of Mamoswine and O-code by the superpower, and I don't want that to happen, obviously. So I decide obviously to lead off with my Garbodor here just to get my spikes, and he leads off with the Gourgeist, which is absolutely great. This thing can never 2-KO my Garbodor, and I'm guaranteed to get up a spike and a toxic spike here. So I get off the spike, which is definitely nice to have, and I will get up my toxic spikes here on the next turn. As he goes into Mamoswine, hits me with the Ice Crash. Gauging by the damage, that's definitely not a boosting item or anything. It's guaranteed I think it's a Scarf set, maybe it could be AV, but I doubt it is. So I get out my Toxic Spikes here, and I can outspeed on next turn. I will just go for the Boom to put it in range for potential Shadow Sneak or Earthquake from Gligar or Aqua Jet from Crawdon. So my Lopunny, if it's a Scarf variant, my Lopunny is the fastest one on the field, so I can revenge kill it. He can't even switch out his Mamoswine anymore, because Spikes plus Toxic Spikes will kill him on the incoming turn. So I can go into my Mimikyu and kill it with the Shadow Sneak. I reveal the Life Orb, which is kind of annoying, but doesn't really take away anything from my strategy or something like that. And he goes into Raikou. I contemplated this play for a while, but I felt like I didn't have any other play than going into Gligar, because nothing on my team wants to take a Thunderbolt or Volt Switch here. I could potentially stay in and set up, but that wouldn't really make sense in my opinion, because then Shaman could come in and revenge kill me, because it always takes a plus to Shadow Claw. So I decided to go with the hard read here and go into my Gligar. Reason is, if he's choice specs, I can pivot out and scout for these specs, and if he goes for the HP Ice predicting my Gligar, I can always roost up on the Registeel, on the Pangoro potentially if he's locked into a fighting type move, or even on the Gourgeist or the Shaman. So if it's a defensive Shaman, I for some reason outspeed. But yeah, he has definitely the Registeel, the Gourgeist, and potentially the Pangoro, on which I could roost up. So I decided to go into my Gligar on the potential Volt Switch, and he actually does go for the Volt Switch here. So that is nice. I don't take any damage this turn. And on the next turn, I don't want to take an HP Ice, even though I guaranteed live in HP Ice. But I feel like the best play is to hard switch out on the potential HP Ice, or go for the Baton Pass. I don't even know what I go for. I think I make a hard switch, but I could also go for the Baton Pass. Let's see what I do here. Oh yeah, I actually go for the Baton Pass. Basically banking on him being locked in, with the Specs Raikou. I think Specs Raikou definitely has some merit with my team, because I don't have the best electric resist besides AV Tangrowth or a Silvally Ground or something on AV Druddigon. Both of Druddigon and Tangrowth always like take a big hit with the HPIs at its specs, and like Magneton is way too frail to check a Raikou, so I think like baton passing there was my safest play, because if he isn't specs, he doesn't do too much with the HPIs and can always roost up on like Registeel, as I mentioned earlier. So he goes into Pangoro, he has I baton pass out into my Mimikyu. He isn't the Mold Breaker set, so he can't OHKO me from full. I think he would potentially switch out Preserving his Pangoro instead of just like sacking it to a play rough here, but he actually decides to stay in on my sword stand, making the aggressive play and going for the play rough, going for the knockoff here. I think he forgot that he wasn't like he forgot about his guys, or forgot that he wasn't Mold Breaker, so yeah, that kind of works out for me. Like I'm guaranteed to get off a big play rough here on the next turn, even if he wants to go like Registeel, will take quite some chunk, especially with these spikes. So yeah, I can just go 40 plus to play rough. It does 25%, so there's guaranteed a max defensive Registeel here. That's definitely max HP, probably Impish and near max defense, if not like completely physically defensive. So Shadow Claw is not gonna knock this thing out, unfortunately. It will do like 50 to 60%, but I don't want to take an Iron Head or a T-Wave with my Mimikyu yet, even though like the disguise is broken and Mimikyu is not like as useful anymore. But it can always come in and revenge kill the Pangoro, use Shadow Sneak to revenge a weakened Raikou, hit Gogas with the Shadow Claw to pave the way for my Lopunny to sweep. So I decide to switch out here into my Gligar, because Registeel cannot touch me, and if he switches out, that's fine. He goes into his Gorgast here, on which I will not stay into, because I don't want to get burned. I don't want to like get shipped down too much. I don't have screens up yet, so I like don't want to go for the setup and sweep already, but I can just freely go 40 baton pass here, see if he wants to pull a double or something, and go into my Pyukumuku to set up the screens. Like this is a passive mon that I can easily set up a screen on. Will-O-Wisp misses, but that doesn't really matter. Like the 6% shift damage on Pyukumuku aren't as helpful as the Toxic, for which he goes here. So he's dual status Gorgeist that will also have like guaranteed like the Leech Seed. So only like either Foul Play or Shadow Sneak or Seed Bomb, something like that. So I get off the light screen here with the light that's going to be nice, and get up a Reflect on the next turn. And I will just go for the Memento. I don't really need my Pyukumuku for anything. And if he decides to switch out again, I get the nice Memento on whatever wants to come in and set up an SD with Gligar guaranteed. So he parting shots out, which is absolutely amazing for me, because now I get off a free Memento and like set up with Gligar. I get off the Memento on his incoming Shaman, which reveals to be a leftovers variant, so it's definitely a defensive Shaman. And with screens up and Shaman being at -2, I will like not take anything from a Seed Flat. It won't even do like 25%, which is absolutely crazy. He goes for Leech Seed and misses, which is kind of unfortunate, but at -2 special attack, like he could never wear me down as much to a point where I don't get up another SD or a third SD. So here's the Leech Seed now that I have to baton pass out a Leech Seed here, which is kind of annoying, but yeah, I get a free baton pass out on his switch into Gorgas, and that's exactly what I wanted to happen. Like things are working out so great for me. I go into my Lopunny here, and I know he has to go for the Will-O-Wisp here, hoping that he can like at least weaken me in order for his Shaman to potentially live a hit. So I can go for the free substitute here with my Lopunny, setting up the sweep perfectly as he goes for the Will-O-Wisps, and now this game is over. He doesn't have a Scarf in the back unless it's Scarf Raikou, and Raikou with the screens up and with me getting damage back with the Drain Punch can never OHKO me from full if it's Scarfed. And yeah, I win the game here with my Lopunny. It's still behind the sub. I outspeed anything that isn't Scarfed, and I get any health back that I lose with the Drain Punch here on the Registeel. That reveals to be Rocky Helmet. He revealed it earlier, but it doesn't really matter. My screens were off, but that doesn't matter. So if we Scarf Raikou, he has to Volt Switch out here now, but he actually isn't. So Lopunny cleaning up the game with nice 5 kills. My game plan worked out perfectly here. He made like the perfect plays for me. Like he gave me the free memento on the Raikou. He led with the Gorgas, which allowed me to get up both of my hazards. He allowed me to weaken his Mamoswine with the explosion and revenge kill it with the Shadow Sneak, and then like, yeah, just made it easy for me to set up my screens and then win with SD Gligar into Mega-Lopunny. So yeah, Lopunny getting some nice 5 kills here in this match, which is definitely hype. Get a nice 4-0 win. I can say GG, it's Aki again, which definitely feels good. So yeah, we're back on track. We're now 1 and 2 in the PMC Orange League. Definitely was a quick battle here. Like, I felt like I played this game perfectly, using like hazards and screens to my advantage and setting up the sweep fairly easily, especially with the momentum that I got earlier with the explosion, the baton pass on Gligar, the memento. Like, it just made things so easy. So yeah, I'm definitely hyped that I was able to like execute my game plan perfectly. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to check out my opponent. I don't know I have his YouTube channel anywhere, but if I do, I link him in my description. But don't get your hopes high for that. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment if you did, and catch you next week for week 4, where we actually play my boy Zamcro, aka Scoot, aka the Black Mid Raikugas, which is gonna be very hype. Build a nice heat score for that, so definitely check that out. And yeah, catch you next week, guys.